Today's episode is all about how to skitch. Before we even get any further than this, I have to tell you, this is very dangerous. So if you don't know what skitching is, you can sketch on lots of different types of things like cars and bikes, but before we even get any further than this, I have to tell you, this is very dangerous. This is not something for beginner skaters. This is not something for beginner roller skates. Like, you need good functioning equipment. You need to know how to stop really, really fast. You should be an expert at falling before you ever try this, because whenever you have another object, especially one that's heavy like a car or has big tires like a car or could, this is dangerous. So do not try this at home. I am a trained professional, but I guess if you were gonna try it, I would recommend trying it with a bicycle. And there's definitely some little tips and tricks that are going to make it way more fun and way safer for you and whoever your bicycle buddy is while you're learning how to sketch. Before you begin, I definitely recommend wearing knee pads. You can't see mine, but I definitely have knee pads on under my jeans here. I have triple checked my skates to make sure all the wheels are good, the trucks are like nice and attached, of course. And my toe stops, I've double checked my toe stops in case I have to make a quick stop. While you're learning and while you're first trying this, you're gonna want a nice, chill, open area. Maybe an empty parking lot, maybe something without any cars, just maybe like whatever big open space you can find. I don't recommend trying this for the first time in the middle of Manhattan. Like I said, I'm a professional, I've been practicing, I've actually been doing this a lot through the city, and that's why we're doing it here in the city. So we have some beautiful aesthetic, some cool stuff. It'll make for a good video, but for you guys and your first time trying this, practice in a nice little suburban road or something where there's not a lot of traffic and obstacles to avoid. With that being said, this is one of the most fun things that I can imagine doing on roller skates. I love sketching. I love going through the city and being able to bring a friend that doesn't necessarily skate. So that's what's been really cool about having this bike in New York City, is not all of my friends skate, and it stinks being able to not go out in the streets with them. So now that I have this, somebody can just bike and pull me, and then we can go together, and it's just as much fun. So lots of really cool reasons why I love sketching. And if you're geared up and you know that your skating skills are ready, then I say go for it. And here are the little tips and tricks that I'm gonna tell you to stay safe while learning. When you are holding on to a person, you wanna hold on to their center of gravity, where the center is gonna be the strongest. If you hold on to somebody's shoulders, it's gonna be way easier to tip them off balance than if you hold on to something at the center of their balance. So if you have to hold on to a person, say you don't have a rack or like a part of the bike to hold on to, I would recommend holding on around their hips or as low as you could possibly get. If you are gonna tie a rope to the bike, be careful that the rope doesn't get caught up in that back tire. We don't wanna see what that looks like if your tire just stops moving. Not fun. Recommend either a backpack, and if you're holding onto the backpack, hold down low. Always grab for the hips or as close to them as you can. Another tip that I have is, especially if you're on a bike, really the bike and the person is not that much heavier than you. So if you're holding onto them and you're swinging side to side, you're gonna be pulling them with you. So even though sometimes I am beside the bike holding on right here, I'm pulling the pressure back this way. I'm not holding on and pulling the person this way. Sometimes if I'm on the back, I will go to the side, but I'm making sure to not pull the bike with me. I'm making sure to keep the pressure going directly behind the bike. And then if I do a whip, I make sure that I pull like this instead of like this, Again, just making sure you're grabbing towards that center and working with the back and forward direction and not the side to side direction. So another thing that is good to think about when you're starting to do this is you don't have to rely on only the bike to start and stop. I actually recommend skating the entire time. When we're starting, usually I'll skate beside the bike until I can tell the bike is starting to go faster than me, then I'll grab on. And at that point, we're already kind of going the same speed, and so it just helps it be more of like a gradual acceleration versus if I'm holding on the biker's trying to pedal, and I'm just like not moving my feet at all, I'm letting them do all the work. That's gonna be a lot more exhausting for the biker, and it's not necessary. Even if you're holding on, you can skate with them until they're going faster than you, and then you can start cruising. When somebody's stopping, so if the person biking were to be stopping, then I'm putting pressure this way that makes it harder for them to keep balance and to stop. So sometimes I'll even turn around and do my toe stop backwards, or sometimes when it's time to stop, I just let go, skate to the side, do my own stop. It is possible to stop with the cyclist, so just make sure that if you are doing that, you're communicating with them like, hey, I'm holding on, you know, be sure to brake hard enough that, or be sure to brake gradual, because sometimes if they brake hard, you'll slam into them, right? But if you brake gradually, knowing that there's somebody on the back, then it's a lot safer. So just make sure this entire time that you're always communicating with the person riding the bike. That's super important. It's easy to just you kind of get in this mode where you're just like, wee! And you just think you can like hold on and that's it. No matter what, you always got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to look out for yourself. You're responsible for yourself. The cyclist can help you and you can communicate as much as you can, but if you ever get in a jam with other obstacles, oh, I love this city. That's beautiful. What church is that? Is this our moment of silence? Yes. You can't necessarily help your skater avoid all the obstacles. Like there's gonna be obstacles in the street sometimes. So all you have to do is let them know, and they can like let go, handle, like it's not up to you to handle it for them, it's up to you to communicate what you're seeing though, just in case they can't see something. But from the back, you can actually see quite a bit. So if we're going through the streets right now, I see the manholes, I see the big potholes, I see the other cars coming. So really, I would say for the cyclist, just you know, be as much eyes and ears as you can. Be careful turning sharp with somebody on the back of the bike. So if you're turning, let them know. If you're stopping, let them know. If you're about to go really fast, let them know. That's pretty much it when it comes to the person on the bike. You just got to communicate what's going on. If you are the one skitching and you fall, because it will happen, you have to let go of the bike. If you're falling as the passenger on the back, don't bring the cyclist down with you. That's why I have my knee pads on in case I ever have to take like an emergency knee. That's my go-to. Like if I'm in a big jam and I have to stop fast and like I just go down on my knees to the ground, that's why I always have my gear on. But I also have my turnaround toe stop on lock. So at any point, if I have to turn around, hit the toe stops and slide fast, we'll be good. I think that's my best advice is like, yeah, if you're gonna fall, don't take down your cyclist. Be ready to learn how to fall. Don't pull side to side. Make sure you're putting the pressure front to back. Communicate when you're stopping, when you're turning, which direction you're going next. And I think, you know, just look out for those obstacles, and that's about it. Question. Have fun. Okay, we have a question. Yes, question. John.
In the comment section.
Yeah. What's your question?
Happen anyway. Is it okay for more than one person to be skitching on a bike?
I think it's really fun to make skitch trains. Did this the other night with some friends where there were 3 of us holding on, going down the road. It would be really hard if you were pedaling like a regular bike, but we have the e-bike that has a little motor on it. So it's super fun. If you're making a chain of people though, then you just gotta be extra about that communication and be sure that you're linked in a way or holding onto each other in a way that if somebody does fall, you can let go, because otherwise that whole chain and the bike is gonna go down. And actually this happened to our girl Cassidy the other night. She got a nice little road rash from it. But she started going down and we could feel her wobbling, and I felt really bad, but I was like, let go. I was like, get off. You know, as politely as I could at the time in the moment. And she was fine, she took the fall good, but if she had kept holding on to us and tried to like pull herself back up, we would have all ended up eating it. So, you know, again, don't bring your friends down with you if you can help it. Any other questions?
No, I'm good.
If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Again, be very safe. Mom, don't be mad at me for doing this. She's about to be real mad when she sees us going through the city. But have fun. This is, again, one of my favorite things to do. I love being able to take my friends that can't skate and keep up with me, like on long skate adventures with me. And it's a really, really great way to explore new places, especially places like New York City. So we are going to take you now, John and I, who's helping me film. You may have seen him in the How to Rollerblade episode. If you haven't seen that, go check it out.
Hi.
And yeah, so we're just gonna hit the streets, show you what this looks like. Maybe you'll be able to hear us and like some of the words we're saying to each other to communicate. And I think that's it. Let's go sketch! Woo-woo!